So hi guys, I just got done with my HRM interview of XLRI. So I'll just brief you about the process before getting into the what were the specific questions in the interview part. So I got selected for the human resource management program in XLRI. So I was asked to select an interview slot and the interview date. So post that you will get a link which you had to join on that appointed time and date. So the interview lasted about 15 minutes and there were two professors and one alumni of XLR. I think he's alumni because he seemed pretty young to be a professor. And coming to the interview, it lasted around 15 minutes and there were no introduction at all. So the first question they asked was, why did you select HRM? Because my background was completely unrelated. I am from a finance background and a chartered accountant. So they are asking, why did you take HRM? And it was, then I replied, and then they asked me, why should a chartered accountant take HRM over business management? So he was asking a general opinion, and post that he was asking about what are the companies which you have traveled in the past, and what difference did you observe in the culture of those companies. So I answered that, and he asked me about some questioning on that particular area which I had answered, and it went back and forth for about 5 minutes. And they asked about the labor laws which were applicable in an HR field. So they had asked that, and post that they were asking about the employee limits in order for a company to be eligible for employee state insurance. And after that they were asking about the some things which were mentioned in my SOP. Like they were asking about what are the finance things which I learned in my chartered accountancy, and what are the HR things which I learned in my chartered accountancy, and how both correlates. And they asked me why did I leave my job, and I had also mentioned on my SOP about a policy which my former workplace has to change. So there was a line in the SOP where you had to mention something about the HR policy of your workplace and how it can be improved. So I had mentioned about the sabbatical policy. So there was some questioning on those lines, like is it really required, or whether the changes you suggest in that policy is really beneficial, because my workplace is a very old firm. It's a 150-year-old firm. So like they asked me whether you are very knowledgeable than the firm. There was some sort of grilling on those lines. So whether the firm which was really old, whether they are bound to make any mistake, and how can you with 1 year experience can correct that. So they were asking on something on those lines, and they are also asking the revenue of the company which I worked in, and also they are asking about who was the stakeholders of the company which I worked in, and who are the stakeholders of XLRI, whether it's incorporated as a private company or a trust. So these were the broad line of questioning, and two professors were they were giving a very neutral expression, and one professor was really friendly. The last professor who asked me the question was really friendly. And overall, I think the interview questions were decent, and if with a decent amount of preparation, I think we can do well. Just that you have to keep your nerve and confidence in the interview. Thank you, guys.